All right, guys, we're back with Edison Format Top 8 at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have the Sheriff Los on the left playing his signature Machina Quickdraw deck versus Bob on the right playing Quickdraw Amaryllis. We have the Sheriff versus the Deputy. Bob Los goes first, opens Lone Fire into Titanium. So another game where Los did not open the Titanium. Los sets one and passes to Bob. So Los is on this dynastic run with Machina Quickdraw. We'll see if he can get another win here today. Now, this tournament, I think, was 4 rounds of Swiss. Yeah, I believe it was 4 rounds of Swiss cut the top 8. So he summons Lila, target the back row, and Los is debating on whether or not he wants to negate it. And it was a heavy storm. So here comes Quickdraw by discarding Amaryllis, Foolish, Dandy, 2 tokens. Oh, he can make the 8 or the 7 to run over the Titanium, but he could also go for Drill Warrior and just attack him directly. Now, who am I going to root for in this match? I'm going to root for Bob because he's the only, really the only Amaryllis player we have on the channel. Bob's always played this deck, but he stopped playing for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna root for Bob. While Los, he's won way too much lately with this deck. So here comes Nitro Warrior. Sorry, Nitro Warrior, not Junk Warrior. Okay, end phase mill 3. End phase Amaryllis by banishing Dandelion. Los summons his own Dandelion and runs over Lila. Set 2, pass to Bob. So this was top 8, but I don't think any X2s got in. Oh, no. Wait, was this? Yes, okay. So only one X2 made top 8 this tournament, which was Yobani's GB deck, and he beat me. I was the 1 seed. Now I remember. Sorry. This tournament was a blur because we had the big Edison tournament. This tournament was actually right before the Steam Deck tournament. Yes, I decided to upload the Steam Deck tournament just because I wanted to get it out the way as soon as possible. Yeah, I was the 1 seed, and I beat Bob, and then lost to Yobani, who was the only X2 that made it. But I actually beat Yobani in the Swiss rounds, which is unfortunate. Anyways, here comes DDR, discard Titanial, Los chains MST. Here comes Miracle Furt, Los chains Regeki Break. So he's going to get 2 tokens, and Bob runs over the Dandelion, and then he's also going to burn him for 800. End phase, another Amaryllis. Los tribute summons Fortress, takes 800, so we're at 45 to 8k. Oh, Bob only has 1 card? Okay, this might be game. Tribute summons the other 4. Oh, no, he messed up. Okay. He was looking at the wrong life points. Okay, he was looking at the wrong life points. So Raiko pop Fortress, he should have sent the trade in, man. I think Bob's just defeated. Yeah, he's just defeated. Okay, so it doesn't matter. That's game. Yeah, Bob was just defeated. Yeah, I get it. He looked at the wrong life points. You know what? I made a similar mistake against Rocky recently. Especially when you put the phone that way. Sometimes you'll get confused. The exact same thing happened to me. And I walked into an Honest. And it was in top 8 too. I walked into an Honest because I thought I was at his life points. And it cost me the game, and I realized it right after, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm so dumb!" And then he won the game, and it was just unfortunate. Anyway, game 2, will Bob pull off the Legacy 2-0 and move on to the semifinals? Starts off by setting a monster, setting a back row, and the Sheriff summons Gear Frame, grab Fortress, Gear Frame attack into Raiko, mills Lone Fire Dandy and Card Trooper, so 2 tokens. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is a lot of people have been asking for Los's deck list, and I think I'm going to just tell him to send me a DB screenshot, because he has not changed his deck much. Now, if he tops a big event, then I wouldn't mind getting his deck, but it's like very similar to the one that I already filmed. Alright, so here, Los is going to deprison the Sangan. Now, if Bob wins the tournament, we'll get his deck profile. His Quickdraw Amaryllis deck. But he has to win. I don't like doing deck profiles for locals unless if they win. I've only done it one time. And that was like one of the first videos I ever uploaded on the channel. It was like a dragon, some dragon Exodia deck. All right, so pitch Fortress. So gear frame attack into Amaryllis. Yep. Gear frame attack into Amaryllis. So Lo's going to take 800. Gear frame attack a token. So here comes Needle Sealing. Pass to Bob. Bob summons his own Lone Fire. Tribute Lone Fire. So Bob plays 3 Titanium, but we'll see. Did Los draw the Titanium this game? Okay, so both his Lone Fires are gone. Brings out Titanium. Attacks the Sheriff for 28. Uh-oh. No, minus 56. All right, end phase Dust Tornado. Yeah, you side Dust Tornado against Amaryllis because you want to hit their Mark of the Rose, their DDRs, their Miracle First. It's like one of the best cards against them. So Los pitches Force for Fortress. But you have to chain to the activation of Miracle First because if you Dust Tornado and already face up Titanium, I think it stays. Yeah, the monster stays. So what happened? Bob Mirror Force Los's Fortress. Now Los T-Sats, pass to Bob. Yeah, Amaryllis is a scary deck. Now, one thing I do want to bring up about Amaryllis, because I've said this in the past when Donnell used to play this deck, and Donnell's notoriously one of the slowest players at our local. And he won a lot of matches just because he would go to game 3 and do slight burn damage with Amaryllis, and he won a lot of matches that way. But now that we have the double game loss, because at Epic we enforced the double game loss rule, I feel like that kind of hurts Amaryllis a little bit. Now they can't just go to game 3 and instantly win just because they're on higher life points. And I saw Donnell. Heck, I remember Donnell beat Los in the finals one time that way. They went to game 3. They went into time. And Donnell just burned him for like 16 and then won the match. Even though he's probably going to lose if they played it out. But anyway, he is going to Dyna both and take 8. Okay. Dyna's really good against Amaryllis. I don't know what it is, but Amaryllis just fell off. It was like a really popular deck, and in 2024, it was everywhere in 2024. And I think once like the Gigavice deck came out, the deck disappeared. Anyway, yeah, Bob should win this game. Los is at 36. I mean, that's the only thing Los can do right now is stall with 2 dandy tokens. Yeah, but yeah, Bob's in a great spot. He's got Hidden Armory too. Yeah, Bob should win this game unless if he throws like horribly. But he's got like Cyber Dragon. He could clear his board. Yeah, Special Cyber, Hidden Armory, Mills a Miracle for. Yeah, he could grab DDR. Yeah, grab DDR. Pitch to Dandelion, he'll get 2 tokens and wipe Los's board, and then you put Los on a clock. I think he's going to make that play. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Bob decides to do. Oh, he's going to mark one of the tokens. Okay. DDR, pitch. Oh, he's going to pop Los's token. Okay, okay. And that's game. Oh, wow. Bob's cooking. Bob's cooking. Forces the 3rd game. Doesn't give Los a chance to draw out of it. All right, game 3. Who'll move on to the semifinals? We actually had a decent amount of players on this particular day. The weekdays are weird. Like, it's weird. Like, one day we'll have a slow week, and then the next week everyone will show up to play at locals. I don't know what it is. All right, here comes Charge. Mills, Lila, Titanium, and Trade in. Yeah, like, because we do 2 Edison locals a week. We play on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And now we play on Saturdays at 7 p.m., at least for the time being. And yeah, like some Thursdays we'll get 10 players and then we'll get 20 the next week. Right, so he's going to mark the gear frame. Attack, and he Regeki breaks the Mark of the Rose just to get the... He might have another gear... My guess is he has another gear frame in his hand, or a Force. Yeah, I think he has Force, so here comes Card Trooper, Mill 3, Mills Deep Prison, Lone Fire. Attacks with Card Trooper, it is Raiko. Some of you guys maybe... I think the reason Los Regeki breaks the Mark of the Rose is because he doesn't want Bob to poke him for 1800, because that's how Amaryllis wins. Is when, like, if they hit you like directly once with Titanium, they'll win games even though you're up on card advantage. That's the good. Like, there's some decks that I don't have much experience playing against because I don't really play much online, but I have a lot of experience against Amaryllis because, like I said, in 2024, Donnell would always play this deck. Bob would always play this deck, and there were a few other Amaryllis players at the local as well. Whereas there's some decks like I just don't have much experience against, like Forg, for example. Almost no one plays it at my local. So anyway, here comes Hit Armory from Bob. DDR, discard. I can't see what he discarded, but it brings out Titanium. And see, the problem with leaving up the Card Trooper is that you're going to take 24. Yep. Those draws for Card Trooper. Banish Titanium for Amaryllis. Pass to Los. Oh, Los is on Sangan, I just noticed. I mean, it makes sense. It searches like every good card in your deck. Debris Dragon, Quickdraw, Dandy, whichever one you need. I also played this deck for a little bit early this year. And I think I tried Sangan, but I took it out. I took it out because I didn't like it against Blackwings. I didn't like it getting Caius by Frogs. So he tributes both tokens for his own Titanium and Bob with the Bottomless. Pitch Force, bring back Fortress. So he has to run over the Amaryllis, right? Yeah. Oh, he's got another Titanium. He's got Stratos, Sangan, and I can't see what the other card is. It's, yeah, Stratos, Sangan. And here comes Foolish. Foolish is another Fortress. Does he have Force? Oh, okay, pitch Force for another Fortress. What if Bob has Mirror Force, though? Los might just lose. Attack. Let's see what Bob's back row is. 56 to 61. So attack. What the heck, Bob? Attack, so he's going to take 3. Pop the Titanium. Negate. Pass. Yeah, but see here, Los just loses to a lot of cards. This actually might be a bad matchup for Los. Like, he could just go Mark, hit him for 25. Yeah. Yeah, he could just go Mark, hit him for 25. Attack, yeah. I think the one good news for Los is if he is Debris Dragon, so he can like abuse the tokens with Debris Dragon by like making Black Rose. But yeah, like the issue is like Bob just brings out so many bodies every turn, like tokens. Amaryllis is a body that Los has to deal with every turn. So yeah, I can see this being a bad matchup for him. Well, Amaryllis beats Machina, and Los's deck is technically a Machina deck. Yeah, he plays a little bit of the plant engine, but it's mostly, if you watch Los's matches, it's more of a Machina deck. Like, whenever he draws his Machina engine is when he does better, and what I've noticed. Like, when he draws Gear Frame, when he doesn't draw Gear Frame, yeah, not looking good for the Sheriff. Gives him back to Fortress with Mark. My guess is low set of Dandelion, maybe. So attack. Oh, no, it's Sangan. Okay, search Debris to get Black Rose. Yep, Debris Dragon. But Bob's got 2 back row. Oh, he has Mirror Force as well. But are you afraid of Los making the Black Rose play? Okay, so I don't think Bob can stop the Black Rose. That's why he just set the Mirror Force. I don't think he can stop it. All right, 12 to 61. But if you do Black Rose, then you're at 400. Yeah, you're at 400. So Los is in a really bad spot. He's got Dinah. Yep. I don't know if Los can win. He has all monsters in his hand. If you watched my match, because I've faced Bob on camera twice recently. I think anytime I get paired against Bob, I'm going to put us on camera because he talks trash how he always beats me. Even though I've beaten him 2 of the last 3 times we've played on camera. Alright, so here comes Debris Dragon, target Dandelion. Oh, he did have... I guess that's actually a pretty good out. Alright, Sangan, attack a token. End phase. Oh, is he out of plants? Ooh, Los with the pot. Yeah, Bob might be out of plants. Bob is also on Sangan? Okay. Well, it makes sense in Bob's deck because he plays Quickdraw as well, so he wants to go search Quickdraw. So Bob and Los are like really close friends, so that's why I said the Sheriff versus the Deputy. I actually need to put Bob's name, the Deputy. Because Bob's also played a lot of Quickdraw on the channel. Alright, summon Stratos. But you're 400, man. Search Alias, attack over Sangan. Yeah, I don't see how Los wins. Unless if he draws some defense. But if he has all monsters, I don't think he can win. Oh, he needs to, okay, he's going to set the Karma Cut. So he's going to set Karma Cut. Yeah, that Karma Cut might save him. Alright, Bob. No fire priority. That gives him 1 plant for Amaryllis. Bring out Titanio. Mark? You have... Oh, no, he has Miracle Furt. Attack. Dust. Those says Karma Cut, right? Oh, okay. Please tell me he attacked the Stratos and not the token. I couldn't tell. He lets it go. Okay, so he's forced to Karma Cut. Discard Dandelion. So Bob's going to negate 2 tokens. But he's got Mirror Force and Amaryllis coming back. Yeah, end phase. So he's not setting the Mirror Force. End phase. Amaryllis. Yeah, I don't see how Los wins. Oh, he's going to Regeki break himself. And that is game. So Bob knocks out the Sheriff, ends his dynastic run. Because I lost track how many of the previous tournaments Los has won. I think it's at like, jeez, I lost maybe like 4 out of 6. 5 out of 7 or 5 out of 8. I really don't remember. But yeah, he's been on that dynastic run. And Bob takes him out. But I do think it's a bad matchup for Los. That's why Amaryllis was so popular in 2024 because the deck has some good matchups. Like it has a pretty good frog matchup. Not Forg because they just, but like the frog hero deck. If they don't draw Miracle Fusion, because Titano's good against Monarchs. Titano's pretty good against Raikou. It's good against Vayu. The only really bad matchup was like Blackwing. There are a few other bad matchups, but yeah, that was why that deck was really popular in 2024. And in 2025, I think it started with Gigabytes. When Gigabytes came out, the deck, I think a lot of the Gigabytes players or the Amaryllis players switched to Gigabytes. I think that's what happened. And anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't already, please consider joining our members only. I'm uploading War League content featuring myself, the Sheriff Lowe's, the Tiger King Javi, Ryanite, Wizop817, Adrian, and two-time White States winner Cam the Man. I also have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. Those links are in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.